Hello, hello. This is Astro here, reading for Gemini risings, but this could apply to Gemini Sun and Moon as well. The reason why I gear this specifically for Gemini risings is because I do a 12 card spread similar to a chart. There's 12 houses. The first house starts here. This is fourth. This is seventh house, and this is 10th house. So it's just like a chart. It starts with your rising sign. So that's why I say specifically this is for rising sign. But with anything, this energy could spill over to Gemini Sun and Gemini Moon too. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna do a 12 card spread. And within the 12 card spread, I'm going to have one card for each house, and that will basically explain not only this, how you feeling during that, how you feeling or what energies are around that sector of your life. Okay, I'll explain what the houses mean while I'm reading it too. That helps me kind of read the cards. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, y'all. I know you're probably thinking, I get this a lot, like, this person sounds like she's from up north, but she says y'all. I don't have southern roots. I mean, I do it technically, but I was born and raised up north, but my mom's from the south. My dad's from up north too, but his family's from the south too, so he says y'all sometimes, but my mom definitely says y'all. So I have kind of like a southern lingo, and then certain things I say sound southern, but I have a northern voice. It's weird. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more. Actually, I'm not gonna do one more shuffle because the cards are kind of being weird. I'm just gonna cut it. Okay. So the overall energy for Gemini is the Seven of Wands. Okay. I don't do reversals, just to let y'all know. For the first house, you have Six of Swords. Second house, you have Six of Cups. Third house, you have Queen of Wands. Fourth house, you have Page of Pentacles. Fifth house, you have, I'm making sure you guys can see it. Okay. Fifth house, you have Six of Wands. A lot of wand energy, y'all. Wait, that's I said fifth house. Sixth house, you have Nine of Cups. Seventh house, you have King of Cups. Eighth house, you have King of Wands. It's interesting I said 9. Oh, because it's ninth house to me. But no, I said eighth. Oh, okay. Interesting. Ninth house, you have Five of Cups. 10th house, you have the Emperor. Huh, okay. 11th house, you have Four of Wands, of Swords, sorry. And 12th house, you have Page of Wands. A lot of fire energy for your month. A little bit of Cups. A little bit of Swords, but it's interesting. All right, so let's start off with first house is Six of Swords. So with this card, the first house represents your personality, your persona, your first impressions, and your appearance. Okay, so this is the Six of Swords. It's generally an air sign energy, so you're gonna be feeling like yourself. You're gonna be yourself, but you're with the Six of Swords, you're kind of like seeming maybe a little bit airheaded, which is a thing that air signs have. And of course, it doesn't have anything to do with your intellect, because actually, like, air signs are known for having like a more intelligent thinking process. Y'all are mind over heart, just like similar to Earth, but y'all are literally known for your logical sense of being in general. You know what I mean? But the reason why it's airhead, you see the parachute, you know, it's just taking him away to wherever he, you know, wherever it may take him, and he's just sitting there chilling. And so you're letting your thoughts just take you away. This card's neutral though, so you could be doing this and you're making your thoughts take you away on some negative thoughts or some positive thoughts. I feel like it's neutral. I feel like for Geminis, it could be that you guys are feeling neutral. Not you're feeling neutral, but it could be neutral. You guys could be feeling neutral. You guys could be feeling going away with your good thoughts, going away with your bad thoughts for the month of June. So just make sure you do this healthily. Because, you know, you can accomplish a lot with this, but you don't want to be too stuck on thinking negatively and get yourself in a bad place that you can't get yourself out of quickly, okay? Second house, we have, wow, Six of Cups. So, again, another wandering, thinking, looking at the clouds, kind of just thinking about stuff and like really being in your head. This card kind of reminds me of how Pisces daydream a lot. I believe this is the Pisces card too, but I know for sure that the Six of Cups is the soulmate card. So there are multiple ways I could kind of interpret this. It could be telling you that you may be getting in touch with a soulmate, and it may be romantic, it may be platonic, but this soulmate is going to help you kind of help you build your self-worth. And you can be currently with this soulmate too, but this soulmate is going to help you build your self-worth this month strong, and it's going to help you kind of build your material worth too. But it has to start with something. It has to start from within. I have a feeling that maybe you may have some like self-worth issues, and the soulmate can help you kind of realize how awesome you are, and in turn you get the gift of the second house, which is material worth. This also can be interpreted as, you know, instead of an actual soulmate, like a physical one, you could be connecting with one spiritually, and they're, you know, it could be like a guide or something, and they're helping you build your self-worth and helping you think about your, like, how you feel about certain things, your emotions, realizing all the cups that are filled within your life, and making you reflect on it, just so you can then in turn greater your material worth and, you know, of course, self-worth. You kind of reflect on what's been going on with your life, have some realizations, and it helps build your self-worth, and then you know, it connects you to build with your material worth. You can't be also trying to have some positive manifestations, connecting to your things, to your emotions and things that happen to you emotionally, to manifest money or manifest you becoming just generally a better person too. Okay. Third house is Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very abundant, quick with their tongue, ready to say how she feels with the quickness, with no remorse, for good or for bad. And it's in the house of communication. So, I mean, it is what it is right there. You're going to speak your word with authority. You're going to be more yin with it, meaning, you know, you are going to connect with people's emotions. You're not going to be so too frank. But the thing is, though, is that you are going to speak how you feel about a certain situation, regardless. So you're, of course, you're gonna be cognizant of how people are feeling, shit. You know what I mean? But regardless, you're gonna speak on how you feel. And you're gonna be quick with your words. You see how she has like the flower, this is kind of like a sunflower, and then also the flower in her dress. I feel like you can really speak some things into existence this month, Gemini. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep your thoughts clear. You're gonna have like fast and furious thoughts, fast and furious communication. You might have the diarrhea of the mouth, which could be good or bad, but try to use that energy to manifest good things into your life, okay? Fourth house, Page of Pentacles. With page cards, it's kind of like people like younger energy that's coming in with like the key of information. Some they're coming in with some information more about practical shit. Maybe information about even money or how you can be abundant. The fourth house is the house of home and your family, but it's also the house of privacy. So it can be some family matters that you have to deal with. It could be that if you have a family, you have a and you're close with them, and you live with them or whatever. There's a younger energy, younger kid that's coming to tell you some kind of secretive information, private information, about like something about money or something that could lead you into getting money or lead you into making things a little bit more practical in your life, especially in your home life, okay? Fifth house is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands energy is tricky. You see how he has like a whole bunch of sticks in his hands, is really trying to grab them, and he looks kind of out of whack. You have a lot of projects, a lot of thoughts running in your head about certain things you can do. A lot of ideas, a lot of talents that you don't know how to quite harness yet, and it's becoming overwhelming. You could be a parent, and your child or children, family overall can be quite overwhelming. But it's just anything that comes of you that you create, whether it's a human being or a project or a talent that you learned how to become like excellent at, you're becoming overwhelmed by it. The good thing about this card though is the Ten of Wands, right? So it's 10 as in this feeling is going to end soon. You're going to get relief and a new beginning after June is done, maybe even at the end of June. But it's the Ten of Wands, so it's something that you're passionate about, something that you care about, that you desire. So it's not all for nothing. You're not doing this in vain. It's just something that's good. But you're feeling quite overwhelmed though right now for the month of June. Sixth house is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a lovely card. What I think about this card in particular, it's spitting out water into the fountain, the fishes, and grabbing it back and spitting out water, grabbing it back and spitting out water. You know what I mean? A kind of a self-filter so people can enjoy the fountain beyond just looking at it and enjoying the music that it gives, from the water sounds. But also you can drink from the fountain. So this reminds me of kind of like you recycling your emotions about your work environment or your routine, or it could be any type of routine that you have, anything that you do in a frequency, cleaning, mopping your floors every week, or going to work every day. It could be any type of frequency you have. Like, it kind of got a good spot on it. You're being a Virgo. Even though this is a water cup, you're being a Virgo. A water cup, a water card. Because what Virgos do, it's funny, it reminds me of Virgo. It kind of like puts things out in the air, kind of plan things out, and then once it's in motion, it reflects on it, and then put it into action again. And it kind of reminds me of the fountain, kind of spitting out water, bringing it back, spitting out water, bringing it back. You know what I mean? It spits out the plans, it brings it back, reflects on it, makes some changes, spits out the plans. You know what I mean? So it reminds me of the whole Virgo energy, which is 6th house energy. So what I'll say is that you are doing that with your organized life, your plan, your work environment, things that you do in a frequency. You're kind of seeing things are going well now, but you're seeing, how can I make this better? Because it's the 9 of cups, not the 10 of cups. It's not the ultimate prize. It's, things are good, but what can I do to make it better? You know, and this is with your routine life. And even if you're not quite feeling things are getting like better now, or your routine life is not the best now, it'll get good. It'll get like almost good in June, and then you're gonna reflect like, how can I even make this better? Because I feel so good now. King of Cups is in the 7th house. Again, I see court cards as people. And because it's in the house of relation of other people, I don't think it's you. I mean, I think it's, I don't think it's you. I think it's someone else. So this could represent a water sign person in your life that you're relating to. It could be romantic. Most likely it is romantic, but it could be platonic too. Like a business partner, best friend. Someone with masculine energy that is a water sign. They are quite, they remind me of like a higher octave of a water sign, male, someone who understands their emotions, they don't let it like kind of take over too much. They reflect on their emotions. They'll give you their cup if they feel like you deserve it. They're just in tuned, right? So it could represent someone in your life who you feel is really in tuned, and can help you kind of get into that level when it comes to your own emotions. So look out for this person. This person could be you too, but I have a strong feeling it's actually someone in your life. 9th house is King of Wands. A lot of kings here. Actually 8th house, excuse me. 8th house is King of Wands. So this is definitely the Leo card. You know how Leos are extravagant and just wants the best of the best and will ride out in a dope ass situation like this on top of an elephant. It's dope ass like carriage. You may be feeling like that when it comes to intimately bonding with others. Like you feel like you're on top of the world. You're very, you feel like you can fully express yourself when it comes to intimately bonding with someone. You might have someone that has fire energy, maybe fire moon, fire rising, fire sun, but they also have water in their chart too. And they feel like you can fully express yourself. You can fully express yourself comfortably with them. And it kind of brings you to this like great status, brings you to this point where you can be proud of the connection and the bond that you have with this person, and proud of yourself. So you're showing out. You know what I mean? You're going to be showing out for the month of June. You could be having some sexual relations with a fire masculine sign, fire masculine person. Okay. Yeah. For the ninth house, you have Five of Cups. With this card, okay, so the ninth house represents for philosophical thoughts that are not familiar to you, like foreign thoughts, foreign travel, foreign cultures, higher learning, religion, like things that you're not completely in tune with, that you're trying to learn more about, like totally like just foreign thoughts. You could be in a situation where you feel like, no one understands you. You could feel like that all these philosophical thoughts and texts, you just can't relate to them, and you're pouring out your cup when you already have cups that are pouring out on you, and you're trying to protect yourself, but you're just like, you can't even like get out of this funk, basically, because you feel like there's nothing that you can connect to on a religious or philosophical or spiritual level. And you're having some difficulty with that. You may have been let down. You probably felt or thought that you were connected to something, to a certain belief, and found out that something messed up happened, and now you're not connected with it, and you're so hurt now. You're like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Chin up. It's this is my personal belief, but it's always good to look from within instead of looking for other things, looking at text, looking at other people's beliefs, because at the end of the day, these beliefs were thoughts of other people, and yeah, they may have been connected to entities and God and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's thoughts that came from them. You can get these thoughts from these beings too, from God too. Okay. You're just as equal as anybody. No one's higher than anyone on earth. I don't care. So just like this person can get these thoughts and get these philosophical ideas, you can too. So go from within. Emperor is your 10th house card. 10th house represents status. It represents recognition. It represents your career. So you're in this Emperor card is definitely like Aries vibes for me. I'm pretty sure it's Aries vibes for everybody. So you're kind of in a situation where you feel that you are on top of the game. Like, you know the best, your ideas the best. You want to push forward. You want to push. You want to like harness that drive that you have and push your ideas out and be recognized for it immediately. Again, this reminds me of the Aries energy. And so Aries want things to happen fast and right now and when they're ready for it. But it's in the house of Capricorn. It takes a while to get recognition. It takes a while to get status. It takes a while to learn those hard lessons. It takes a while for your career to go off well. And even if you were to have a situation in which you jumped off and magically you got this like bomb ass career because you like was able to get things going for yourself, you still have to build the experience. So regardless, it's going to take, even if you were in a situation where you're on top of the game now you need to learn about the experience. And so you can continue to do your job. You know what I mean? So I understand you want things to happen fast and you want things to go on and kind of, want things to happen on your time. But it's you can make things happen on your time, but also it's always going to overrule you with God's time, okay? So don't be too frustrated. This makes me laugh. I won't say why. 11th house, is the house of how people perceive. Wow, that's interesting. It's connected to your 5th house, and I'll explain that later. It represents friends, acquaintances, your network, but also how people perceive your talents. Now look at this. This is your 5th house card. 10 of Wands. And then you have 4 of Swords. So you feel so overwhelmed by the talents and your things that you create and your projects and your self-expression that you feel trapped. You feel like people can't perceive your talents because you're so overwhelmed with them. Crazy, right? The opposite cards. So that's one thing. Another thing too, you may feel like, the reason why I laughed is you may feel like your friends are just like they're either doing one or the other, ignoring you, and you feel like you're by yourself. But I feel stronger on this end, that you're trying to hide from your friends. They're too overwhelming. You try to hide from your network. They're just too much, and you like feel like you need to hide from them to have some time to yourself. You feel like you kind of need to be the hermit a little bit. You feel like, this is the only way you can get rest, is to hide and go away and be in your own thoughts, because they're just on you. And it's June, you know what I'm saying? And beginning of June is the Venusian decade of Gemini. So people are ready to have fun and reach for their desires, but you're tired, you're exhausted. You want to chill, and your network won't let you. 12th house, Page of Wands. You got some fiery, exciting news coming to you soon. Possibly a young person is going to give you this information, and it's connected to spirituality. It's connected to the universal unconsciousness and your self-undoing. So you might learn something from a younger fire sign energy. They might say something just as regular as hell. It could be just a nicely worded thing too, but they'll probably say something regular as hell, and you're like, oh my God, this was helpful. And they didn't even mean it in the way that you did. You kind of took what their words and made it apply to something else in your life when it comes to spirituality and the unknown, and it kind of helped you, get connected to God and spirituality in a different way, in a way that it wasn't connected to you before. All because of this young little fellow right here. The energy is going to be fast though. It's going to happen fast, kind of like a That's So Raven moment, when like someone says something and she just zooms out and like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like it might be something like that. But you gotta get some quick energy. And it could be too that kind of like younger, and again, don't think about earth age, think, just younger energy in general. Someone can have younger energy and be 80. Kind of like a younger type of spiritual energy can be coming into you, connecting with you, and trying to help you get a message as well that's connected to your desires and your passion. So that could be it too. And the overall card for the month is 7 of Wands. With this card, you feel like a whole bunch of things are being thrown at you at once. And again, I'm thinking about 10 of Wands and 4 of Swords here. And you're trying to dodge what you can and grab what you can. And it's just a lot. It's just a lot of energy for you. It could be your birthday month and you're planning stuff. It could be, it's summer and you're planning trips. It could be that it's just a lot of people want to go out and they're just exhausting your energy. it could be that you're trying to think on your own and connect with somebody, and it's just too, you just have a lot to deal with. And honestly, at the end of the day, what you want to do is be stuck in your own thoughts. You know what I mean? The Six of Cups in the second house, and the Four of Swords in the 11th makes me think of that. You just want to be to yourself. And also your first card, the Six of Swords, like you want time to yourself, and it's just a lot of things are being thrown at you. And fast too, just real fast. Like a lot. It's gonna be a busy month. You're gonna have a lot of things thrown at you at once. And I know this is your Gemini energy, so you're mutable. You can figure this out. You think fast, you act fast. Your Gemini energy reminds me of little fairies. You just do whatever you gotta do and float away when you're done. You know what I mean? You can figure this out. You really can. Just don't worry too much about it, okay? Again, the overall energy is Seven of Wands. You may feel overwhelmed, but try your best not to feel overwhelmed, okay? Really do. Try your very, very best. Okay? I'm sorry for the glare, y'all. Much love. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, care, all that good stuff. I hope you have a beautiful June 2018, Geminis. I love y'all. Y'all are my babies. Y'all, Gemini is in my 5th house. So I'm excited for this Gemini energy. And I like y'all. I have fun with Geminis because it's in my 5th house. And y'all help me think, kind of like, y'all help me have fun and think about kind of things that I want to create within myself, okay? So I love y'all much, and I wish y'all the best, okay? Peace.